Otto von Bismarck, the future Chancellor of Germany, was born on April 1st, 1815, in Altmark, Prussia. As a member of a noble family, he lived a comfortable lifestyle with the expectation of eventually involving himself in politics. After attending college, Bismarck went to Berlin to take a desk job with the Prussian civil service. There, he lost himself in the enveloping lifestyle of metropolitan bureaucracy. In 1839, Bismarck's mother died, and he had to leave politics in order to return home to manage his family's estate. He remained in the open countryside of autonomous living, staying completely out of politics for many years.
During this time, Bismarck met and married Johanna von Puttkamer, the daughter of an aristocratic family. Even though Bismarck was Roman Catholic, he converted to Lutheranism upon the request of his wife. Free from the confining restraints of societal expectations, he felt a new self-assurance.
In 1851, Frederick William IV requested that Bismarck be the Prussian representative to the Federal Diet in Frankfurt. Bismarck decided that he felt confident enough to return to politics, and he accepted. While in Frankfurt, Bismarck entertained his first vague thoughts of German unification. A man who liked independence, Bismarck was unhappy with Germanic politicians constantly deferring to the Austrians. The rousing thought of glorious leadership gradually made its way into his mind. He saw a vision of Prussian-dominated Northern Europe and a redirection of Austrian power to the Slavic areas in the south. Bismarck, however, had little time for idle thought. Starting in 1859, he served as the Prussian ambassador to Russia, then France. In September 1862, Bismarck was finally recalled to Berlin by Emperor Wilhelm I in order to become the Prime Minister of Prussia. The busy lifestyle of the politically active man had fully reclaimed him.
For more than 2 years, Wilhelm I, Emperor of Prussia, had been locked in a battle with the Chamber of Deputies over military reform. The emperor had wanted to increase the size of the military, but the liberal majority kept rejecting his proposals. Wilhelm, in turn, refused to negotiate about the fundamental issue of sovereignty. The appointment of Bismarck was the monarch's last attempt to avoid parliamentary sovereignty over the military. The Chamber of Deputies interpreted this as an act of defiance. Bismarck, however, was not the predictable man of staunch tradition he had been in his former political career. After living in France, he had come to appreciate that education was as important as militarization. In Paris, he had experienced the Bonapartist regime of Napoleon III, which relied on the combination of success in foreign policy and direct votes from the common people to shore up the emperor's authoritarian regime. With his hawk eyes of scrupulous vigilance, Bismarck found a loophole in the Prussian constitution. He promptly implemented the military reforms without the need for the emperor's consent.
Although Bismarck did not want to expand the military, he had no reservations about using the military force already in place. For years, the Austrians had ignored Bismarck's suggestions that their future lay in the south and that they should yield their territory in the north to the German states. Bismarck saw the opportunity to increase stability by finally realizing his old dream of German unification. Unfortunately, war seemed to be the best method for achieving this goal. First, he made sure that Russia would not intervene. Then, he forged an alliance with Italy. On June 9, 1866, Prussian troops invaded Holstein and a few days later, Austria itself, along with Hesse-Kassel, Nassau, and Frankfurt. Within 6 weeks, Prussia won a major victory over the Austrians. Bismarck negotiated generously so that Austria would not be completely humiliated, but the mighty river of political power had changed its course. The once dominant Austria submitted to Prussia. Under Bismarck's peace, the German states of Hesse-Kassel, Nassau, and Frankfurt merged into Prussia. At last, Bismarck had realized his bold dream of unification.
The North German Confederation was established in 1867 with Prussia as the dominant country. Bismarck made sure its constitution included universal male suffrage with a secret ballot. Regrettably, his attempts to unite the southern states to the north failed almost immediately. The southern states did not want to recognize Wilhelm I as their German emperor. Upset, Bismarck turned to war again. He provoked the French into declaring war on Prussia by using the inspirational voice of rousing nationalism, and on July 19, 1870, the French obliged. Still a brilliant tactician, Bismarck quickly and decisively defeated the French army. When faced with the facts that 1. Prussia was a great military power, and 2, they were still offering a progressive constitution. The 4 southern Germanic states joined the North German Confederation to form the German Empire.
Bismarck became a renowned hero of political reform. With war finally behind him, he took the office of Chancellor of Germany. Immediately, he began work on domestic issues. He created the civil and criminal codes for the new empire, standardized Germany's currency, and promoted free trade. Holding the proverbial olive branch of European peace high in the air, Bismarck's Germany maintained a good relationship with other European nations until World War I. Finally, Otto von Bismarck could enjoy autonomy and political activity simultaneously.
Today, Bismarck's image is one of a brilliant leader of political reform, who always returned to fair diplomacy even after wars. His legacy is the great country Germany, still united and successful to this day.